Hey everybody, this is Charlene back for my post-op week 2 video. It's been a hell of a week this week, but let me talk about numbers before I get into anything else. So, I had my surgery on November 10th, 2014, and on that day I weighed in at 244. My week 1 post-op video, I weighed in at 234, and get ready, this week I weighed in at 233, and there's a big ol' reason for that, I think, but I don't know, could be anything. So I recorded my last video on last Monday. Today's Monday the 25th, I think. Maybe it's the 24th. Can't remember. And on Wednesday, I went in for my 1-week post-op appointment with my surgeon and the nutritionist and the nurse. And when I went, I was really excited because if you remember in my last video, I was very pleased with losing 10 pounds in a week. So, weighed in on their scale, and the scale said 237. And, you know, normal people, and by normal I mean like not non-VSGers or non-bariatric people, probably wouldn't flip out too bad about a 3-pound discrepancy. However, being 1 week and a half post-op at the time, it meant everything to me. And I was actually really upset because I didn't understand. Now, hold on. I did understand that stalls happen. I understand that there's water retention involved with surgery people and non-surgery people. I know that these things happen and will happen in the future again, but I was inconsolable. No amount of rational thinking that day could get me to calm down. Of course, I didn't like show it at the at the appointment. I didn't freak out or protest or anything. They were actually still pleased with me being at 237. But just knowing that my scale here at home matches up really well with their scale, because I've tried it before, scared me. So I came home after the appointment. It went really well, by the way. I got moved up to blended foods, which has made me so happy. Oh my gosh. More on that later. So I came home, weighed myself on my scale, and I also saw 237 on my scale. And I did something that I'm not supposed to do, which is I weighed myself almost every day leading up to now. And I had the same thoughts I think a lot of people have when they have the vertical sleeve or the bypass or the lap band or whatever, when they go through stalls, and that's, what did I do wrong? Or what could I do better? Even though they're totally natural. Even my mom, like when I was talking to her looking for some support or something like that, was like, what did you do? That was her first thing that she shouted at me. And anyway, that's not important really, but yeah, so I weighed myself almost every day after that, and I know I should not have done that, but I noticed that the scale wasn't moving. It just stayed 237, 236, 237, 236 on an empty stomach after a bowel movement or urinating in the morning first thing, and that was upsetting. And I finally said to myself on Friday, that's it. Like, I'm not putting myself, I went on obesityhelp.com and just like searched for like posts about people on stalls and all this stuff, and searched YouTube and noticed that, obviously, and it's something I already knew, it's common. But I just wasn't expecting a stall a week and a half in. What the hell is that? But gave myself like 2 to 3 days to just like relax and like not look at the scale, not think about that, and stayed on the program. Um, went to the park for about a mile walk every day. You know, trying to keep my protein down with Unjury, unflavored protein. The nutritionist gave me some. And weighed myself today and saw that it was 233, and I was happy because that's a 4-pound weight loss overall. Even if it looks like only a pound weight loss from last week, I know, I know better now. So there will be future stalls, but next time I will mentally handle it better and not stress and sweat it out like the whole time throughout the week. I mean, I was just obsessed thinking about it the whole time. So, but yeah, stall aside, I got moved to blended foods. That was like the best thing. Oh my god. Especially for someone like me, I'm part Hispanic, so that just instantly, the first thing that came to my mind was refried beans. Which the nutritionist was over the moon about. She was like, yes, please eat that, please. And please add some unflavored protein powder on top of that so you can get more protein. But I've also been like having some blended fruit. I have a Ninja, and I also have a NutriBullet. And I know that not everyone has those things. They were gifts to me for surgery, which I was really grateful for. But if you don't, just like anything that's mashable with a fork. I made egg salad. I made tuna salad. I made hummus and added tuna on top into the hummus. And like, it sounds weird, but it actually tasted really good. Today I had some like mashed veggies, like blended peas and corn together, and like really softened, blended up stewed pork that my mom made, and ate it very slowly, chewed everything really well, and it went down fine. As my nutritionist guidelines say, that if whatever I'm eating is very moist and I chew it up extremely well before swallowing, then I will be fine. So it's supposed to be like 1.5 ounces to 2 ounces of protein, and then like 1 ounce of fruit or veg. And I've been doing great. Like, you know, no cravings. I went to Panera Bread today with my boyfriend and got the turkey chili soup. It had about like 4 tablespoons. Maybe, well, it's hard to say because their spoons are kind of smaller than a tablespoon, but like 4 spoonfuls of that, and I was stuffed. I just couldn't eat anymore, and he ate the rest. But yeah, in about, I guess like a week and a half or so, on December 11th, I have my next post-op appointment with my surgeon, and I'm looking forward to that. One last thing I kind of wanted to touch on was relationships that I've noticed that are changing around me. I have this friend that I won't name just in case she ever comes across this video. Well, no, she'll guess who it is if I just describe this, but she's been my rock and my best friend since I was about 11, 12 years old, when I first moved to South Carolina from Florida. And she and I both have always been around the same size, which was always chubby, even from that time till now. And I guess I should have known or picked up on the signs. When I was in high school, my doctor prescribed me phentermine to lose weight, and I lost about 30 pounds on that. When I lost those 30 pounds, which is about what I've lost since my highest weight now, she stopped talking to me. And needless to say, I didn't pick up on it back then. I was mentally in a different space back then. I just wasn't thinking, I guess. But I knew leading up to surgery that she would act kind of strange about it because she is never, like, when we were kids, like, well, we're still kids, we're still young, but when we were in high school and stuff, in middle school, there used to be a lot of up-and-coming documentaries on MTV and stuff like that about bariatric surgery. It was mostly the bypass that people talked about back then, and it was like still kind of taboo back in like the early 2000s, like mid 2000s. And we would talk about it, and I would just look in horror at these people as they were undergoing this. It just looked terrifying, the surgery, the process. Of course, it was performed differently back then, but that wasn't. Anyway, so my friend would just be like, oh, I will never do that. I will never do that. I don't care. I will never allow myself to get that big, is what she said. Is what she said back then, and what she still says. And I don't think anyone allows themselves to get this big. Like, I don't think anyone consciously goes, yeah, I'm gonna eat my face off until I have all these health problems. I don't know. I told her like 3 days before surgery that I was having surgery, because I thought, stupidly I guess, how nice it would be to have her there post-op at the hospital, to support me and to just be there, because she's like my sister. And she, of course it's kind of hard to tell what someone's true reaction is over text message, but she said, oh my god, of course I'll be there for you, I'm nervous for you, I support you, la la la. Well, she didn't show up to the hospital, and here I am 2 weeks post-op, and I haven't even heard from her. So, kind of going through that right now. Still don't know how to truly describe my feelings towards the situation. I don't know. I miss her, though I don't know if I am truly depressed about losing someone that is now clearly not supportive. And I feel for a friend. I'm 24 now, and I met her when I was 11/12 years old. For a friend who's been my friend, my best friend, for 12, 13 years, to not contact me, or to, for all she knows, I could have died in surgery. I know that's a bit dramatic, but she just has made no attempt to contact me or to see how I am or anything. So don't have much to say else about that or anything really right now. I'm actually gonna go out in a minute, so I'll see you guys next week. Bye.